Welcome back. You see we have a large group with me here. I want them to introduce themselves, but first to my immediate left is Avery, then Vanessa, then Stephen Foster. We're going to go around, tell us who you are, but 30 seconds. Who is Avery?
Awesome. Hi, my name's Avery Evans. I am an account manager with Grit Productions and Expositions, and we are here supporting MPI.
All right, Vanessa.
My name is Vanessa Hatcher, and I'm a video producer with Grit Productions. I'm here producing MPI TV.
Yes, and Mr. Stephen Foster.
And I'm Stephen Foster, managing partner of Foster+Fathom, and I'm here with my friends from Grit Productions because this is the best place to be, and they're the best people to be with.
All right, we love that. Now, the first question I have is this Grit Mindset Matchmaker. How did you create that? I think I was like a trailblazer or something. Like, talk to us about that process. So this is fascinating.
Awesome. Thank you, Amani. So the Grit Mindset Matchmaker, obviously AI has been a big topic of discussion throughout all of MPI, and we really wanted to make AI an approachable subject, an approachable topic, and a really fun way to do that is talking about mindset. So, and partnering that with our Grit core values of determination, passion, and commitment, and what that looks like as builders, advocates, and trailblazers.
Okay. So how did you create this? Because this is very complex. What happens for you watching is you answer like 3 questions, you put your name in, you take your picture, it makes your picture look cool, and then it tells you what you are. Like, that's a lot to do. How did you create that?
It's a lot of teamwork. There's not just one mastermind behind it. We had a great team that all came together to create this vision. We built out a custom site to then generate what your match is, who you are, based off of some leadership questions. And then you get to see it come to life and then have wonderful conversations with Stephen talking about what that leadership mindset means to you as an individual, but also with the event industry. What does that look like on a larger scale, and how can what you do impact leadership around you?
Now, how can a company who's looking at this say, we want this for our event, how can they translate that over?
Reach out to info@GritProd. We will be happy to help get you set up.
Okay.
But the way it started for us internally was really looking at our core values and how can we make that something that works for everybody. How is that an approachable conversation?
Yes.
How is it relatable? Since our core values, like, that's what Grit is based on: determination, passion, and commitment. And I know some conversations have started now since of if another company wants to come in and use this. Okay, well, let's talk about your core values. What are the big hitters you want people to walk away with? And how can we make that approachable and just something that everybody can start to relate to and really think larger of, oh,
yes,
that is me.
And Amani, if I could
Yes,
just
of
jump in
course.
there, you landed on something really interesting. When the creative minds at Grit Productions and Expositions said, let's create a trade show, a booth experience, we just wanted to make it a place where people could come, connect, collaborate, build some community. It was never designed to be sold as a standalone. However, apparently we've landed on a brainstorm because we've had several clients come up and go, how can we do that?
Yes.
So that's exactly what Avery is saying. It is completely customizable, but I don't know that we built it thinking it would be completely customizable.
That's the beauty of it all, because you look at that and you're like, ooh, I want this, to reflect our core values. So brilliant job.
Thank you.
Vanessa, what have we been doing for MPI TV the whole week? Talk to us about your week.
Yes, been a busy week.
It has.
I did a couple things for MPI TV. So the very first thing we did was that we made 3 MPI WEC pre-show videos that were shown. One was released every single day of the convention, and those are actually on. You can watch those on the MPI YouTube channel right now. And that was just to highlight St. Louis, the beauty of where we're at, get people excited about this convention. So that was really great, showcasing all the iconic places, like the Arch was one of them.
Yes.
We did the Union Station, which was gorgeous, even on the inside. Beautiful, beautiful spot. And then we did the brewery, the famous brewery.
Got it.
And so we showcased all of that, and I think it got people excited for WEC. And then the second part to that was that we did MPI TV, which was a series of videos that were pre-recorded. They're going to be shown over the course of this next year. One will be released every single month.
Okay.
And that is showcasing an industry expert speaking about a specific topic, like budgets, engagement, all that fun stuff for
Right.
meeting planners. And it's meant for them to watch it and take something away from it every single month that they can implement in their meetings and events. And the idea behind that was to kind of do like a talk show podcast style, so it's more conversational.
Yeah.
People love watching that kind of stuff
Yes, we do.
these days, and we just thought, let's make it beautiful and let's make it interesting and dynamic, and it's really gorgeous, and I can't wait for everyone to see these videos.
Congrats. We can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Now, Stephen, like, how does Foster and Fathom, where's your partnership kind of fit in, and what have you been doing this whole conference?
Well, before I answer that question, Vanessa's being way too humble.
She
And
is.
did you get to see the MPI TV set?
Oh no, I didn't see the set
Well,
yet.
Oprah Winfrey wishes she had a set
Okay,
like that.
okay.
It was gorgeous. So you might want to talk to them about
Aw.
upping the game for you there, buddy.
Okay.
But to answer
So
your
nice.
question, Foster and Fathom, I've had a personal relationship with Kelly and Lee Massey, who are the owners of Grit Productions and Exposition, for many years. We've always worked together as industry colleagues. When Kelly started the company, he always wanted to figure out a way where how we could work more together. So I actually office at Planet Grit in Grapevine, Texas. So I get to see all of this creativity, which is amazing every day. But as you know, Foster and Fathom is a leadership development and goodness training group. So we live in two areas. As an author and a keynote speaker, it's all about doing leadership training and building teams. And I believe that all leadership, great leadership, is based in service.
Yes.
So our goodness division is where I like to spend my time doing team giving activations. And we had a great one here.
Yes.
We did, I'm famous for that saying, it's a heart thing.
Yeah, it's a heart thing,
We
yes.
created heart cards for tornado relief here in St. Louis. So visit St. Louis, put together the care packages. We had people write a card, put a little heart in it with an inspiring message. And on day 2, it occurred to me that our motto, be good, do good, well, everyone who did it did both of those boxes. So if you made a heart, we gave you a heart.
Okay.
And it was a ton of fun.
All right, good. I have to shout out Grit Productions because our set here continues to be elevated year after year. I was talking to Corey Elford earlier. We have come so far from where we were when we first did this in Cancun, and it's amazing. So what I want to do is if we can go to the Grit Cam and just shout out. So I want Matt to raise his hand first. Shout out to Matt, who's been here with us, then Curtis, who's running the show there, and then we have Connor, who has a special relation, but Connor there. So I got to shout out the Grit team because they're easy to work with. It's fun. It looks good. People are like, oh my gosh, that's a fancy set. So I'm just so happy. So thank you. Shout out there. Now, how do you all keep your creative cups full? Because you have all these ideas. Then it's like we gave birth to this idea. How do you keep it full so we can come up with another idea? And I'll first ask you, Avery, and then we'll go to you, Vanessa.
I mean, I think the biggest part is collaboration, and that's such a driving part of this booth too, is how can we bring other planners, other creators into this space to collaborate. And that's, I mean, we're all here to promote and just improve each other's experiences in the event industry. And so I think really highlighting that and just conversations like this is like, how do you get better, Amani?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's a good learning experience while we're here. Kind of go back, decompress, take your ahas, and then look ahead on what's next.
Okay. What about you, Vanessa?
I would say all the teamwork, in the office and everybody here at Grit. Just when I have an idea, we're open to collaboration, just bouncing ideas off each other, being like, hey, what do you think about this? And I just get really inspired over those kind of team meetings when I get to just play around and throw anything out there. And there's no bad idea. And I think that's what really inspires me every day, to push the envelope or go further.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to try anything. So
All right.
these
So-
guys are great.
I agree. So, Steve, I'll start with you. Like, what has been maybe an aha that you've experienced this conference based on like this whole activation? What's been an aha for you? And then I'm going to ask each of you the same question because I'm curious. We're almost over. Like, what's one thing you're like, I didn't really realize that was going to happen, but it happened?
Well, Amani, when we did this interview last year, the last question you asked me was similar to this, but you said, well, how do we get like the next generation and their creative mind? And I'm sitting here with the answer to that question. I mean, I've had a front row seat to watch, especially these two, because we have worked a lot together. And for me, the aha moment, well, it came to life here, but it actually a year ago, we said, we've got to start bringing young talent. We've got to bring in new voices. And for those of us who, like myself, have been in this industry for almost 40 years, we've got to make space for that. And so I'm not surprised at any of the ahas that happened because I saw them being born.
Right.
And since you did mention it, I'm just going to take my dad moment. Yes, that is my son, Connor Foster, over there
Yes.
helping run this show. So that's a proud dad moment for me.
Oh, I can only imagine. What about for you? But it's like working, doing the MPI TV. Like, what's something that surprised you about, like, the setup, the engagement, how it went? Talk to us about that. An aha for you.
Yeah, just sitting there listening to everyone's takes on their topics and everything they've learned in the industry. Just really learning a lot from the meeting planners and thinking of things on the fly too to follow up with them on and get them even further into just giving me like that content, because I could see the value in it as like people continue to talk. So that was really great. And then just seeing that set come together from the idea that I had from the very beginning, and then just watching the whole thing being set up into what it was, and it was beautiful and gorgeous, and I think everyone felt comfortable on that set.
Yeah.
That was really surprising too. I was like, I'm glad they felt at home.
Yeah,
and that
good,
they could
good.
talk. Yeah.
What about you, Avery?
I think it was actually a conversation we were having in our booth earlier that Steven mentioned, the amount of time people did actually spend in our booth footprint, which is unheard of. I mean, you're typically thinking 3-5 minutes maybe. I believe, Steven, you said 20, 15,
Really?
20
Yeah,
minutes.
I had a chance to watch that yesterday because something different was happening. So I just started timing, like when someone would come in and talk to Avery before they began. So from the answer of the mindset to get the picture, to then go in and get your sticker, then to get your mindset, average time was about between 15 and 19 minutes.
that's
Now think
phenomenal.
about that.
Yes.
That's unheard of. But it was because there was an experience.
Yeah.
And by the way, that was 15 to 18 minutes where no selling was taking place, but relationship building was.
Yes.
And I think that was the key.
And I think that was kind of where I was going to go next, is just like being comfortable. We created a space that people are comfortable in, and people are wanting to come just relax, have a conversation. Maybe business comes up, but that's not what planners were looking for. They just wanted to be able to enjoy, learn from one another, network, and we were able to create that space and really have that team effort between Grit, Steven with Foster and Fathom, and it pulled off wonderfully, and it's not something that you would see
Oh,
for traffic-wise.
well done. I'm going to stay with you here, Avery. Next year, what's coming next? Like tell us. Give us a sneak peek.
No
And we
pressure,
don't-
right? We haven't left, and now
Yes,
how are you going to wow it?
But
No
you know, we're not
spoilers,
going to hold
Amani,
you to
come
it.
on.
We don't want to hold you to it, but like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking could work that you could add to the experience?
Oh, goodness. I mean, never want to spoilers. I mean, trade secrets.
I
Come on.
understand. We'll have a little, you know.
But we are a little bit closer to home. Next year we're in San
That's
Antonio.
true. Okay.
And so that'll be, I think, Grit will be on the next level there too. I mean, we always like to go do more, take the next step up. And so I'm excited to see how all of our teams, with our production team, creative teams, what we come up with to really just wow in 2026.
Okay. So you answered that one circly. I like that. Well done. You're very good with the press with being so young. So Vanessa, what about you?
Oh, I'll give all the spoilers.
Yes,
okay,
give all the tea. Give us
guys.
all the
yes,
tea.
please. No.
Take Vanessa.
No. I'm really satisfied with the way everything turned out. And even when we were going out to all the spots in St. Louis, I think that was so worth like all the trips we did to each spot in one day. And it being, in San Antonio, like there's so many beautiful places to showcase there. So I don't know, I'm excited to kind of push the envelope even further than we did
Okay.
this year.
All right.
Make it even bigger and better. Who knows, more interactive.
All
Everything is bigger in Texas.
Yes.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Amani, you
Yes.
and I have been friends a long time. I'm just going to answer your question directly because I do have the answer.
Okay, talk to us.
Next year in San Antonio,
Yes.
what is coming from Grit Productions Exposition is what they do every day. It's going to be highly creative. It's going to be very engaging, and it is going to be fun until Daddy takes the T-Bird away.
Okay, we heard it here. Anything else before we ask our final question? Anything else that you want to share with us that we didn't cover yet? Are we good? We're good?
We want to say our thank you on behalf of Grit and Foster and Fathom just for having us on here, for letting Grit and Foster and Fathom be supporters of the MPI digital experience. It's an honor for us as well to be sitting here and sharing this stage with you.
Yes, the honor is all mine. We appreciate the collaboration, the partnership. I mean, we just keep elevating it year after year, so that's why I was asking about next year. I'm like, what's going to happen then? tell the people who might want to reach out to you and maybe get more information. How can they contact you?
The easiest thing with Grit is info@GritProd, and our sales and our account management team will reach out. We'll follow up for any specific questions you have, and no question is too small. We're happy to help and support however we can.
All right. Well, everyone, I just want to thank you all for tuning into the digital experience this year. It's been a blast. I love it. Thanks to Corey Elford and the team at MPI for bringing me back again for a third year. It's exciting. Thanks to Grit Productions, Foster+Fathom for our beautiful setup. It's amazing. Look, can we see the shot of the Grit cam one more time? I love that shot. We should use that more often. So there we go. That's the team behind the scenes. So thank you. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the program. We have one more general session that's coming up if you're on the app. And with that, we'll sign off one more time, say see you next year, and just thanks for the support.